Okay, take 3. My phone somehow filled up with storage. So make this one quick. Hey guys, I changed the channel name to Ascent RC. My name just, I don't know, people, I think it's harder for people to find interest in having your personal name up there versus like something RC. That's how, I mean, I'm the same way. So you don't tend to find people under their names, you know, when you're looking for RC videos. But so I changed it to Ascent RC. Same thumbnail pick though. But yes, I did some more mods. I wanted to show everybody. I'm hoping I'm going to order the G-Speed G-Shock bed because it's full length. I like the Rock Pirates too. I just don't like that they're aluminum. But a full length bed, maybe it'll look better. I don't know. So stickers, kind of give it away. I'll start with the Punks Custom 3D rear capper link riser. I did switch the axle over to straight axle instead of the turning, you know, having rear steer. It was cool. I've got a radio that can do it, but for some reason when I switched over to my Spectrum 4-channel receiver with my radio, something was going on with the servo. It was doing something weird. But so switched over to, I said, the solid. I just bought the housing and the axle shafts and just used all the bearings and guts out of the steering axle. Yeah, the sun's going back in a little bit, but I did all that just to run that rear link riser because I know they work. Still got the Pro shocks. I went with the Rock Warrior chassis. Mine came in. I did order his optional high clearance sliders, which you definitely need them. It seems to really help. Had put some of the factory spacers back in. That was cool. I did 4-link the front. That was one of my main goals with this thing. I love, if they're going to sell it as a performance rig, I want a 4-link because that's the way I like them. They're capper links. I don't know if they're, I know they're a set of, from a capper. I don't know if the bottom or their uppers or their uppers or their bottoms or whatever I got going on, but they're good. They push it out a good bit. I think I'm at a 12 3/4 wheelbase. Exactly where I like it, actually. Still run the factory servo just on top of the capper servo mount for now. I ordered the deluxe behind the axle, so maybe I'll get some more clearance, and I like the look of it better. And give me a chance to order that new NSD-RC 700 low pro servo they got shipping out in January. I don't know, but I did get a Holmes revolver, my first revolver. I hated them. I thought they all had that crappy, horrible whine. Turns out, when I looked into it, and you know, I like Holmes Hobbies. He's got a good channel with his info. You know, their new Mini V3 ESC is, this thing is so quiet, and I love it. It's quieter than the factory stuff. It's quieter than my SC Pro. Fusion I have in there, the 1800 kV, the Semi T3. But yeah, the 4-link worked great. The only thing I had to do was, I still don't think you can do it without, I went with the revolver just for the size, because I knew 4-linking it, you can't with the factory motor. I even tried a 540 just as a test, and you'll never get links. Normally the motor's on this side, and it blocks that link access. When you go to the Rock Warrior chassis, it's even worse. You might get lucky on a stock chassis and do what I did here. Just take your motor plate, flip it just 180. Not flip it, just turn it 180. Put it back in. That's what I did. Puts the servo though still down low, but it's kind of away from the link mount now. But one thing I did do, and you can do this if you find a set of the like high clearance links like these with the right length. I actually have another set of these. These are just from Associate. It's just I bought the links from Associated for the Ecto. I just go to associated.com and go to the Element and order like random link kits because I like them. I don't like the chrome, but I'll get a set made eventually. So if you have a stock chassis, what was I saying? Oh, so if you have a stock chassis, you can take high clearance links basically put the short end of it from the bend up here, and that high clearance will essentially basically drop the link down and come forward. So like I said, you'll have the short bend area right here, and it might clear a 540. I'm not going to tell you that's going to clear your 550, not the stock one, but you know, that's the update. I don't think there's anything else newer. So chassis, you know, Holmes revolver, mini V3. I did have to switch to a wild bore drive shaft because the stock one wasn't long enough anymore. As a matter of fact, I think even this one right here had been cut. This section right here, this little, your transfer case to your divorce little drive shaft here, you know, normally the shaft's over here. So if you do hypothetically flip it, turn it 180, the factory little, God man, I'm lost for words. Little drive shaft insert is now too short. It will fall out. So I had to use the one for my stock front drag shaft and cut it down, at least until I get some of those XORC titanium cut to fit shafts. They're always on back order. Deluxe has them too, but those are steel. I like to try titanium. And I can't disagree if you guys say I've got too much money into a $300 truck. I get it. But when this thing came out, I had that same vibe with it. Even when it showed up at my door and I opened it, of like that day on Christmas morning when you wake up and you got like a new RC under the tree from your parents or Santa. You know, I always got, well, back in the day, Radio Shack had some of the better ones. You know, they were better than, say, like Toys R Us. But I'd get a Nico, I'd get a Tyco one year, then I'd get a Radio Shack one, and then you know, my stepdad always bought the good ones for him. Like I said, I've been around the RC since I was probably 6 or 7. Well, I say my stepdad, but he's my dad. But him and his brothers and dad, my grandpa, they had a machine shop. They added on to it and they built an indoor RC racing track, like oval. We had a little hobby shop next to it. It's called a Gaston RC. So you know, at 10 I was buggy racing, or actually it was truggy racing, but I had low C JRX2s that had been converted to truggies, and then they'd go back to being buggies within the same race, just to race different classes, you know. So but crawlers is where my like, that's where I'm at now. I love, you know, full-size crawlers. I built them too. But yeah, I'm rambling. This right here was just the update. Any questions, please, you know, throw the comments in there. I will, when I remember to answer them, I will answer them. A lot of times that's usually on the weekend when I'm sitting around on my laptop watching YouTube like everybody else for 2 hours, waiting on my kids to get up. So that's it, guys. Happy New Year.